We are following the breaking news on the battle for control of Kyiv was a Russian missile strike.
Wait, what?
This is a flagrant violation of international law.
Oh. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on, everybody? So Russia invaded Ukraine. Yeah, that happened. Just when you think the pandemic is over, masks can be taken off.
World War III has entered the chat.
I just love living through historic, potentially world-ending events, don't you? Obviously, an invasion of a country goes against international law, and setting up and recognizing new countries in an already existing country or territory through that invasion and occupation is also not acceptable.
So not acceptable when Russia does it, but apparently super acceptable when Israel does it. Interesting.
Israel has a right to defend itself.
I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Muslim I am. I do not like them, attestation. I do not like invasions or occupation. Human right violations, awful they feel. Whether it's done by Russia, USA, or Israel. Here are the main issues I have with this entire situation as it pertains to double standards and hypocrisy. Number one, Russia commits human rights violations through their invasion of Ukraine. Yet, some of the nations that are speaking out the loudest, they are the worst human rights abusers. Israel was recently seen protesting the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Huh? Israel?
Against occupation?
The same Israel that has invaded, occupied, and created its own state in an already existing place known as Palestine. And has, does, and continues to commit ethnic cleansing, apartheid, and genocide against Palestinians. That Israel condemns Russia. Quick question for you.
Are you hot?
Then the United States President Joe Biden, he woke up from a 6-month nap.
He was cranky.
And, believe it or not, he was able to put together a few cohesive sentences.
But what did he say?
Who in the Lord's name does Putin think gives him the right to declare new so-called countries on territory that belong to his neighbors? This is a flagrant violation of international law.
Hold up, Sleepy Joe. Look, man, I know you're tired. I know you just wanna get back to bed. But are you freaking kidding me? You oppose what Russia is doing.
Yet,
This is what you had to say about Israel.
For apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel.
So let me get this straight. So it is bad when the Russian man Vladimir Putin does this. But when Zionist Israel does it, it's all sunshine and rainbows.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
Calm down, Rocky. He's not worth a motivational speech. And for the US, of all countries, to speak out against invasions.
excuse me,
Yeah, I'm looking at you. Do you know how many countries the United States has invaded and bombed since World War II alone? I can barely fit them on this screen. Moving on to number 2. Unfortunately, because of all of this, many Ukrainians may end up seeking refuge within Europe. That's right, thousands upon thousands of Ukrainians may end up seeking refugee status.
the question becomes,
Will we see countless police and military forces guarding European nations, protecting the European borders from this horde of scary refugees? Will we see the same scenes being repeated from how Europe dealt with the Syrian refugee crisis?
or
Will Europe show us how refugees are supposed to be treated, how they truly treat refugees when these refugees are white, blonde, and non-Muslim? Anyways, this is a horrible situation, and countless human rights violations will inevitably take place by Russia against Ukraine and its citizens, and even against many of Ukraine's Muslim populations as well. I'm not trying to make light of this situation. I just want to point out the double standards and the hypocrisy that exists globally, proving once again that there's always an agenda at play and some lives are deemed to be more valuable than others. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share this video. Support me by subscribing to my channel, and until next time, I'm that Muslim guy. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you.